That New York City is a great place to work in fitness. It's a huge fitness city. A lot of people love to work out here, love to stay on top of what's trendy, what makes working out fun. So I would definitely say the influencers in New York help me stay motivated and influence me. And also second would be my clients. I love working with people every day that just kill it in their own business, in their own industry. And seeing them come in here at 6 o'clock in the morning before work, watching them kill it here in the gym, it definitely makes me stay motivated and helps me to continue really progress in my career and work my butt off just like they do. I really love BJ Gador. So he's the editor-in-chief of Men's Health, and so he has recently moved to California to start his own fitness business, but he's very down to basics. He doesn't like any of the complicated things, any of the fads going on. He doesn't necessarily pay attention to. He keeps it old school, what works, and I like listening to him and watching his videos and listening to his take on fitness. The best piece of equipment in the gym by far for me would be the kettlebell. I think that they're super versatile. You could do swings with them, you could do thrusters, snatches, you could do so much. Anything that you could do with a dumbbell, you could do with a kettlebell. They fit nicely in homes. They're very good in terms of conditioning, so a lot of people will use them to help build their cardiorespiratory endurance, their muscular endurance. And so definitely when I train, I could do an entire hour with one client with one kettlebell, and that's the only piece of equipment that you need. So you can't have success without failure, just like you can't have happiness without sadness. It goes hand in hand. Failure is important to see what you did wrong, switch up your ways. Even if you fail again and again, you're not failing, you're just learning. To me, it's an education. It's part of everyday life. If you let failure get you down, you let life get you down. To me, it's just about overcoming those failures. And the more failures you have, the more success is sweet. So in order to have sweet success, you have to go through those times of failure. I've failed many times in my life. I think it's important for other people to see. To portray a certain image that is perfect is definitely the wrong way to go in life. You need to show people that you're human too, just like them, and then we can all kind of band together and create a community. And failure is just a part of life, and it's a part of creating a success that is that much sweeter. When I graduated college, I went into the corporate world. I thought I really wanted to make a lot of money, have great benefits, definitely lead that kind of like 9-to-5 life where everything was reachable and attainable. I realized that it wasn't for me. I don't really consider it a failure, but it was definitely something that I wasn't as good at. I didn't like sitting at a desk crunching numbers all day. It wasn't something that was my forte. I was never good at that kind of stuff in school, but I ignored all that. I went into it. As a result, I didn't like it, and then I went into fitness. So my biggest failure is also my biggest success, in the sense that I tried it. I tried the corporate world. It was a failure for me. It didn't work out, but as a result, I'm now doing something that I want to do the rest of my life, that I have a passion for, and that I always tell people, if I won the lottery, I would still personal train. It's something that I would do for free. And so my biggest failure would be that, and it is now attributed to my biggest success. It's not the years in your life that count, it's the life in your years. And that can be related to anybody, anything, fitness related or not. It doesn't matter really how long you're on this earth for. What matters is how well you handle your life and how much you kind of go out and live your life to the fullest every day. I think for me that's important, because I went into kind of relating back to the last question, a field that I wasn't as passionate about, and now I'm in a field that I'm so passionate about, and it makes waking up easy, it makes coming to work every day super easy. And so I would really tell anybody, like, it's so important to find a passion in your life. It's so important to have that outlet, because it's what keeps you going, it's what keeps your batteries charged, it's what recharges them. But I think that people would be the most surprised to know that I myself used to struggle with major weight issues. I used to be 40 pounds heavier than I am now, and it was not muscle, it was all fat. I didn't really work out that much. I definitely started going down the wrong path. What got me back into training and back into fitness was I got a job at a gym doing sales memberships. I communicated with a lot of trainers there. They taught me a lot about fitness and working out, and how it's not just something that you do physically, but it's something that you do for your mental health as well. And so I really kind of made it my outlet. I made it my mission in life to make the gym fun. A lot of people see it as a monotonous task. I see it as being able to go to an adult playground and kind of sweat therapy and get all your anger out, your frustrations, whatever you're feeling that day. You take it out at the gym. And I did that, and I dropped 20 pounds initially. Then I dropped another 20 pounds a year later. I got myself to be somewhat lean and thin. As much as I liked that look, I really wanted to start focusing on building muscle. And so I got more into weightlifting, resistance training, and that has helped me build my body back to where it is today. So I would say the thing that people are most surprised about would be that I too struggled with weight issues for a very long time, and now I'm helping other people who struggle with that same thing. Follow your dreams and to find a passion. So I think that you're living a very boring, passionless life if you don't have something that you believe in, that you wake up every day thinking about. I think the most important thing in life is to have that outlet, like I said earlier, have that outlet, that therapy that you go to every day where you can get out your frustrations, you can mentally think to yourself without having anybody else around. For me, I love having my headphones in my ear at the gym, listening to music. That motivates me, that pumps me up. So the most important thing, the biggest belief in life is that you have to go out and you have to find a passion. You have to find something that drives you every day to move forward. The best investment I ever made was in my ACE personal training certification. So a lot of people see an investment as monetary, as something that you put money on. I don't personally see it as that. I invested in going into media at first after college. I thought that was a great investment. It turns out you don't need a lot of money to be happy. For me personally, I don't really care about that kind of thing. I used to a lot. After becoming ACE certified and getting into training, I realized that it doesn't matter how much money you make. What matters is how happy you are doing it. So that has reaped its rewards over and over and over again. And I think that if you do love what you do and you do focus on that investment, that it pays out completely in the end. You get a huge return on investment, a bigger one than you made or that you put in earlier, and you'll reap those rewards. So I would say that the biggest investment I've made was really just following my dream and going into training. And so the best advice would be never stop learning, never think you're done learning. I've seen people with a ton of certifications who think that they just know everything about fitness, that they're done, like they're the end all. The truth is, just like science, fitness is a form of science. I think that you're constantly learning about the body, constantly learning about how it responds to certain activities, the demands that you can place on it. It's a machine that is constantly evolving. And so with that, you need to continuously either go to seminars, you need to talk to other trainers, you need to talk to your colleagues, you need to talk to your clients, you need to see what's going on in the fitness world and understand that it is changing constantly and that you need to keep up with it. So, you could do all the studying in the world in 1 year, and then the next year you could find out that that's been debunked and now this is kind of at the forefront. And so it's important to just learn, look for those opportunities to learn more, never think you're done learning, and never walk into a gym thinking that you own the place. You can always learn from people. Everybody has different specialties, and you need to really absorb all of that to be a well-rounded personal trainer. Bad personal training, you see it, I feel like a lot of times, especially in big chain gyms, I feel like it's trainers that really don't focus as training as their career. It's a means to an end for them, meaning some trainers I've met, they like to model, they want to be an actor for a living. As much as maybe they can have a lot of great knowledge, they at times don't, they're not very reliable, they're not very timely. I think a huge part of being a good personal trainer is being on time to your sessions, not canceling on clients. Those kind of people that use training as a means to an end and don't really see it as a full-time job, those are the people that you don't want training you, because they're not investing in you as a client. None of us trainers want a client for 6 months. We want a client for life. We want to train with them and evolve with them and watch them evolve, watch them achieve their dreams and their goals. And so a bad trainer is somebody who comes in, gives them the basics, says goodbye, doesn't give them a follow-up text, doesn't ask them how they're feeling the next day. It's somebody that's not on time to the sessions, who is on their phone while they're training. That to me is a bad trainer, is a trainer who does not think that it's an industry where you can make a career. A lot of times people go to a trainer and they think that it's all about just the workout and the fitness and breaking a sweat. And that is a huge part of training. It's about great working out. However, the second part of training that a lot of people tend to miss is the fact that you have to be somebody who can relate to your clients, somebody who they enjoy going to twice a week, 3 times a week, sometimes 4 times a week. It's important to have that rapport with them. Excellent training also involves, like I said, texting your client, making sure that they're okay after the workout, asking how they feel when they're coming into you, asking what's tight, what's sore, what do you think you want to focus on today, what are your goals for the future. That's excellent training. It's really tuning into your client's personality and knowing how to evolve your personality and your style of training to what best fits them. I found if the hour goes by long for you as a trainer, it often goes by long for them as a client. And so that just means that you're not vibing with each other, you're not in tune with each other's personalities. And so if it seems like a bad session, it probably was a bad session. It's all about really channeling into that client's personality and realizing what they need as a person rather than just, here, do 10 bicep curls. I think that if you're feeling overwhelmed, the best thing that you can probably do is just meditate and clear your mind. That a lot of people don't do that enough. Especially in New York City, there's so much going around us at all times. There's so much happening at all times that it's important to really close your eyes, try to clear your mind. It's not easy. A lot of people think, oh, meditation, it just takes a couple months to master. It takes a lifetime to master. Sometimes you can never fully clear your mind, but you'll realize that if you just take a few deep breaths, even if it's for a minute or two, clear your mind, you'll kind of come out of that zone feeling a lot more relaxed, putting things a lot more into perspective, and realize that really things are not that bad. You can refocus by staying in a meditative state and just relaxing.